The treacherous king of chaos, Mithridates the third Mithridates, has moved with his supporters into the mountains of Paphlagonia despite our refusal to aid him. Even now they seize fortresses and villages, gathering their forces to move against us. They underestimate us. The Mithridatic kingdom has declared war on Pontus. They want to conquer us. Armenia will be with us. We have the numbers against them. Whereas we fought in past two wars, we fought hard to get these lands, including here and back there, but now they've done it. And since this is a defensive war, which their war enthusiasm is low as they're unsure about this whole thing, but they will be learning from their mistakes. We will be gathering up here at the capital, and we'll move up to here and take this fortress. We barely have the manpower reserves, but Armenia is with us, and they will assist us on this war as well. Even though Armenia also... Actually, no. I missed that. Armenia has finished their war by taking a piece of their land, and it looks like Albania will get Media or whatever they're trying to get. Aran. Oh no, it was not Japan that started a war against Albania, but now Albania is going to take some of their territory. Armenia took their piece. They will assist us full on. Alright. Now I see a good way. But for now, continue to get the research points up. Even though it doesn't make much of a difference. But still, we never know. I mean, we're not going to get any innovations anytime soon. I mean, we're a tribe, and we're trying to be centralized, even though this is going to take a long time to do so. Unless you want to pass more laws, that adds more to the centralization. Which matter of fact, if you want to get this, well, the centralization needs to be up to 30, so basically you're going to have to add more. You know, we only picked this for national commerce income. Probably go for this next. But due to wartime circumstances and our aggressive expansion campaign through Bithynia territories, we plan on saving our stability up to change from this to this. Because of the passive effect of manpower recovery speed. Let's go. We ain't scared of them. Raise your levies. Where are they? There they are. 10 of cohorts. 5,000 total. But there's more. But beware, they are an aristocratic monarchy. It's a monarchy. But Armenia will assist us. Governor. Demand payment to the territory, even though there isn't much of a territory anyhow. Let's just regroup here. Get your morale up, and we'll fight against this Mithridatic enemy. They only have one fortress. Once this falls, they will all fall. So stay put. The Armenians are advancing, so advance we shall. Should be cautious though. They'll be coming to our territory soon. Long periods of conflict can have a significant effect on soldiers and awareness of our own troops growing day by day. Forces commanded by Croesus are taking the situation particularly badly, grumbling and cursing, but fights break it out regularly. Perhaps there's something we could do to help. Reminder what happens to disloyal troops. Add more discipline and army morale recovery up faster. Again, they occupy our territory. That's the reason why. Even though you could hire a bit of mercenaries, but you may want to check that. The maintenance is going to be the real issue. Even though they're all far away from here. But if you're looking for cheap locals, look no further than them. Mind you, recruiting will cost you 100, but it'll be less. Later, if things get desperate. But it will only continue to increase more and more. The Armenians are advancing. Let's move out. They're ready. And it seems they've gone on the defense, much as we are. But we can't do it in a stalemate. It'll benefit no one, but them, in the long run. Where the hell are they? But please remember, once this fort falls, this will all fall. But we can't guarantee it until the enemy army is defeated. It's that man that we have to deal with. He has his own ambitions. And he pays tribute to the Antigonid kingdom. Even though we have friendly relations with the Antagonids. But the Seleucids are gaining momentum on them. I don't know how long their territorial expansion will take, but I find it rather concerning. So stay put. Don't advance unless the Armenians are in inland. because I fear the worst. And when the fortress is about to fall, the enemy army will move in. They have a lot more than we think. There they are. Mithridates himself. You coming? Because we're going to lose a lot of manpower for this battle. But I'm not sure yet. See? There's a lot more of them out there. This is why we can't go rushing into such things. And more Armenian reinforcements will be on their way. Wait for them to pass. Hold in front of the clan council. God is outraged. This is a sorry sight. Caught of a jagged rock in hand. Should have been ready to strike Croesus down in a brutal act of violence. Lucky, passers-by were quick enough to act and prevent this terrible deed. We now have the unenviable task of passing judgment on the wicked man. This dungeon will straighten him out. He's our best general. Can't afford to lose him. Get them while they're separated. Won't be able to engage in time. Very well. Killed them all. Move on. They've held on. I know it's getting to us, but this is why we need to end this war soon and don't go to any more war. Yes, we've expanded aplenty. We're going to try to get our stability up. So help us out here. This is really going to have a big effect on us. Especially that we raised levies too long. Just cannot wait for this to be over. Then we'll spend a good period of peace. while we will... God. How long are they going to expand? What will their final borders look like? So I guess they're the biggest winners that came out of this. They're soon become a great power. And who's going to stop them? Morians? Armenia, if we were to system well? Who knows? Oh, I think it's over. They've ended their participation, and they've taken about as much land as they can off the Antigonid kingdom, but the Antigonids made gains in Thrace, most of Thrace, and Macedon, and parts of Greece. But hostilities ain't over yet. And Egypt only made some considerable gains, but still at war. Cappadocia is not taken over, it's still a satrapy to Antigonids. Sometimes I wish they would have freed them, then I would have allied with Cappadocia, because we're same culture. Actually, no, they're Hellenic Macedonian, so it's not that likely. I know, it's starting to get to us. Get moving, out of here. Retake these lands. A group of peasants led from Dazimon, led high priest Mithridates, have asked us supporting the local religious festival. This will be a good opportunity to celebrate unity among our people to show how pious we are. Despite the notable costs it would bring our realm, if we do not follow it, our authority on religious matters is sure to diminish, as the high priest seems quite ardent on the matter. Our people deserve a grand festival. Adds more monthly centralization. That son of a... He moved to Zagia. Switch it. I know it's still negative stability, but at least it'll go up a bit faster. So 2 Zoroastrian, yes that does. No. I know it'll make a little difference, but still. Once we retake those lands and no more war. That'll fall. We have to take this next, and then that's it for them. Scatter your food. Almost over. White peace imminent, but I know what my terms are going to be. Since I call the shots around here. Because they attacked us. Do not worry, it'll be over soon. This bloodletting will be over finally. Take the province capital, and then they will follow suit. And Mithridates will leave. We got him. All these lands will return to Pontus. And I know that's going to add a lot more aggressive expansion, but there are land. No more war. Thank Ahura Mazda. Now please, disband all the levies. So, disbanding all levies will make all its levied pops return to their homes, and block it from raising the levy again until 4 months. The date will be increased up to 12 months based on the current state of the levy. Disbanding each of these levies will have following effects. All these military experience that we've gained from each and every one of these levies, that'll be added up to here. Yeah, no more war. There. We are tired from fighting all these deadly, deadly wars. There. What are you up to? Coaches. Damn it, man. You know I want that territory too. But who are we in a position to do that? So just use your money. Get the sports down, because we already have this. This'll keep, this'll keep. Thinking about build one here because of the geography of the area. Actually, no, this here will be better. This is a few cities. How about training camp here and here? Since we are what we are. Armenia won't call us into that war because... Oh, I see. Everybody wants to gang up on cultures. "50 territories. So let Armenia get what they want. We won't have a navy anytime soon. in the future, take all of these areas, all the way up to Bithynia. Because that's what the mission says. And you gotta go through there. And then you pick a sign. And then finally, you get triumph. It's simple enough, one would think. Whenever we raise up to above 50 stability, save it up for absolute authority. And then once it's up to 30, then who knows these things? We hope for an initiative. Again, anything that'll get us up to 60%. Anything that'll get us to becoming a republic far in the future. That's our dream. Now they become a great power, which means they cannot have any allies. After certain disagreements internally in Paphlagonia, a group of tribesmen have left Kimista and are looking for a new home in Bonit. Though they're somewhat different from our own people, they would surely integrate in our society quickly enough. On the other hand, accepting these exiles could put us at odds with their old home, and tensions are already running high between the two groups. We should carefully consider if it is worth. Pontus is always open to new tribes who wish to join us. It's Paphlagonian tribesmen. As these are a migratory tribe, which are currently at war, but you're the ones losing it because they have not taken full territory. After we accepted the tribesmen of the Bonita, it seems Paphlagonia have declared us an enemy to their nation. I was worried about they did not care for much us take on some of their tribesmen. We should make sure to look out for potential hostilities from our neighbors now that our relationship is sour at this point. Otherwise, we might find ourselves at the wrong end of the pike. Let them come. What are they gonna do? Don't be tempted, fate. Don't joke about it. Armenia is busy. Which still take as much gain as we can, which we praise you for it, but Seleucids are against Armenia. Should they attack them, well, we're gonna be in big trouble. And you cannot ally with these guys. They have extremely high aggressive expansion. But we do trade with them. They trade with us, too. Yeah, it's going to take a long time for them to convert to Zoroastrian unless you start building temples in cities. Otherwise, you're going to be dealing with unruly populations. Yeah, the size of the levies did increase a little. It's the tribesmen we have to appeal to. Again, part of the reason the unhappiness is the war exhaustion and this lack negative stability. Zala prospers. The chiefs of Zala sent an envoy proclaiming that harvest, trade, and taxation have all produced a huge surplus this year. In the splendid show, the national spirit, they decided to offer the additional income to the state. Perhaps could let them spend money to their own uses, however. I was about to say, where's Zella to be exact? Oh, down here. I mean, our income is fine, so... ask the residents what they want. And what they got was a library. Heck of a good use of that money. You can only build one temple, but we don't have the invention of open religion. That's this way. But we don't have any innovations. You could build all the other kinds of structures just to increase the civilization level of these areas locally. Assuming if they're going to have more populations here. Even though most of them are Hellenic Greeks. What's going on? Oh, still fighting. Sure. Hostilities are not over, but the Seleucids have taken most of what they wanted. Yes. Yeah, Egypt's making gains. Again, it's rather concerning. Making a little more. Yeah. I think Egypt ended their participation. Yes. That's how much gains they've made. Took Cyprus especially. these two. Didn't realize that we just spent all of our money unless you want to refund them now. For whatever reason. I should start building settlement structures around here. Just looking. What the hell? Oh, I see what this is. The Bosporan Kingdom is doing their mission tree, where it's all about controlling the entire sea. Well, they've taken that as a barbarian boundary. They're currently losing a war against Scythia. If somehow Scythia were to win, I'd like to take advantage of the situation and take that city. Even though Armenia is going to have some gains to go along with that. Where did Macedon go? Oh, that's what's left of them. So the Antigonid Kingdom was able to take all of Macedon. Yeah, that's 3 territories. That's what's left of Macedon. They were on the losing end of that. But the Antigonids, well, they're staying strong. Huh. And now they're going to be dealing with whatever's left of Thrace. Antigonid cause waivers. Antigono's death combined with recent setbacks fractured the stability of the Cyclops Kingdom. His heir and co-king Demetrios, unable to hold together the expiring loyalty to subjects, has abandoned much akin to the claims of the other Diadochi, while he retreats to lick his wounds among Greek friends. Fortune is a fickle thing. The Antigonid kingdom has been carved up by the other Diadochi states. Well, they've made their gains, and well, Thrace has decided to expand on to here. But the Antigonids have, well, taken Macedon. That's what they get in return. Cappadocia is a free state. But you could accept alliance since they got none of them while we have too many relations. But still, we ought to be suspicious of them. Because they have a castle against them. Not Armenia, though. But you can't tell them to pay tribute. They don't take it like us because we're different, and obviously this. Thinking. But still, it would be nice to go down and retake Cappadocian land since we're Cappadocians ourselves. But we would be bordering with them, and they have a cash spell against anybody who looks at us. And Armenia is included too. But they don't have anything against us. Thrace has inherited most of the subjects from the Antigonids. Not them, however. Not a subject. Not a subject. What does the mission say? Well, they could take the expand out, but you would also be getting into Thracian land, so no. Still no. Gotta go for all this route. It's just we need this and all this. Just to make gains and of course the rest of this eventually. Once we have enough manpower, ideally up to 3,000, and then we'll be at war again. With or without Armenia's help. We wish nothing but the best for them. While we're just increasing the size of the military and population. And for more pops, it means more levies. So it's 80 now. Yes, it's 80, not 100. I'm just looking just for reference. Probably start with this first when we get there. Oh, just laying back. Oh, stretching. But I was just trying to relax till I heard that offer come up. We'll trade with anybody. Yeah, a little interesting. Refugees are fleeing from the war between Armenia and coaches have crossed over on land to consider our own. While letting them settle here might be the humanitarian thing to do, we should consider how this might affect the relations of our neighbor, Armenia. Which we look at each other highly. Demand that they return. So, if I were to estimate, because it's been this number of years, so it's been 10 years this playthrough. Yeah, this may take about 100 years or so till we get up to God dang it, up to here for 60%, and you got to do more missions and all that, and then we'll become a republic, which is again the major goal of this playthrough, and the others just to survive, knowing that they'll be looking at us next. In the chaotic fighting over Asia, a new realm has been established by the Attal family. Nobles, formerly in the service of the Antigonids, based around Pergamon in Mysia Subraus. It seems their presence has been sanctioned by Lysimachus of Thrace, whom the Attal family early served as governors of the area. Pergamon, eh? Aristocratic government. The Antigonids had taken the name Macedon. They're the rulers of Macedon now, led by Demetrius. Blood of Antigonus and all that. And this is what's left of the Antipatrid Macedon. The tale of two Macedons. Another son. It's been a while. Alright, one thing I never think of it because of not used to playing tribal. I mean, yes, we're trying to get up to centralization. But since we have this number of clan chiefs because we're a regional power, this current ruler will be quite dead when a new ruler is picked. So it's likely this new ruler will be going to Mithridates because he's got the tools. The martial, the finesse, the charisma, the zeal. Clan chief is another modifiers. So basically they get their turn. So it's him. He might become the future ruler. He's a disciplined poet. Look, I'm just gonna keep using this. I have no idea where this is gonna go in the long run. So we hardly research anything because we're a tribe. Like, where is this gonna lead to exactly? It's not gonna be until 100 years. Less than 100 years. And we don't have any innovations, so that's why we have to go for tribal reform far in the future. Y'all in the white piece? No. Sure, one of these days they will. Because I'll be sure to strike them. Because they got no allies. It'll be easy access. Especially when we get to Bithynia. 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 It took me a while to realize. Yeah, come on in. I could care less what they think. War exhausted's nearly gone. But the manpower recovery's not yet there. As, you know, with more people that migrate here, the more that increases the pops. And the more pops, that means not only more manpower recovery, but also potentially increased levy size. Sometimes I just wish I have this. But the Armenians are gonna definitely make big gains. Remember, we still have to expand most of this. So let me get this correct one more time. This, all of this, which no doubt we will get, is with them independent now. And Paphlagonia for us. Yeah, pick a side. There you got that. So, meaning if we declare war against them, we'd be fighting all these nations, but Armenia is busy right now and they have low manpower, which is alright. Because I'd rather fight these guys first, which we can take them on ourselves. Which will definitely happen in the next episode. Until they get their war score up to 15, then they'll have to be forced to end it in white peace. Or in much harsher terms. Oh, Armenia, you have grown. And you left this bit of Colchis for me. Don't mind if I do. Because, you know, I still want that land. Because, you know, we own a bit of that land. We won't get this. I'm sure they hardly have anything right now. They got no fortifications. This is their capital now. It's another city. We could take it just with ease, with minor aggressive expansion. I'm a bit tempted to get these, but they can't go by ship because pirates. Should ask Armenia for access. Because I need to go somewhere. It'll just be a little quick war. Don't mind us. I mean, they're defenseless. We could take the rest, and who knows what we'll do with the Bosporan Kingdom with their presence here. Because it seems they're holding on, taking out Scythia. Yep, we're gonna be great friends. Was dependent. Give them access. They almost have 1,000 pop squares for us. 9. Little more if we make all these gains here. Including this bit. If we figure out how do we defend ourselves against these, against them, because especially them, which I view them as a major threat to our interests. The only thing I can wish for is, you know, the Morians to attack them. But they have other ideas. But you cannot guarantee anything. It's a fact of life. You can't guarantee everything. One more time. Highlighted in green is what matters, and hope Thrace doesn't get up there. No, Thrace does not have a caster spell eye on any of these. So if we expand to there in the future, I'm sure Thrace would be slightly concerned of us. And if they fight against us, then Armenia will come and assist us, which will be a bloody affair. Now, I'm not sure about the fate of Cappadocia, which in fact they're allied of Armenia. Smart move, perhaps. But I can't guarantee their safety every time. The best way to make sure that the Seleucids don't ever attack us is to keep friendly relations with them. You know, they're not too friendly with us, but let's start. I have some money to spare. It'll improve over time. It uses money instead of political influence, which is rather odd to me, but that's part of this update. So this one we're going to just raise levies, go all the way around, then take it over, and that's that. Short war, minimum losses, everything will be alright. At least we hope. And then raise up the manpower to at least 3,000, and fight against all of these, so I can complete this mission, and don't do anything else other than sit there and increase centralization faster. And keep the Pontine dream alive. Raise all levies. Move out. Actually, this way. Get to position. Once we're in position, declare war. Armenia's made great gains. We're going to make this quick gain here. And after we've taken that, then what we'll also do is in the future, once we get our manpower up, just get all these lands as much as we can. And don't forget this piece too. Subsequently, who knows where we'll expand from there? Down this way? Or even just like the kingdom of Pontus, go up to the Bosporan kingdom and Scythia from there. I mean, Armenia's got ports, so eventually, well, they're just starting to build their navy now. That's 4 cohorts of the Bosporan, but they've not sent any ships to go pick them up. They got the navy, but why are they? They're gonna end up in white pace since they're not really advancing at all. Not that size of a city. For stability. For the centralization in the future. Come on, hurry up. Sometimes I forget the force march because I had a habit of playing this other game, EU4, where that force march isn't available. Not until a later era. I mean, I've had a habit of playing EU4 lately. I'll say this real quick before we start this war. I've been playing a couple of times of EU4 whenever I have free time. Just you know, not only get achievements and such, but also I don't know, get familiar with the game again. But I'm not totally opposed to doing a future series on that. I mean, who knows what country I would be playing as if I were to do that. Much like how I decided to pick Pontus, only because of my idea of, it's like, what if we were to form a republic with Zoroastrianism as a state religion? It's never ever been done before. So we did away, as it was demonstrated in this episode, we did away with the Mithridatic route, which most people would go for that every time they played Pontus. For me, well, let's be different, even though it's going to be a bit difficult. Difficult because, you know, these big powers out there that they would be eyeing on this area one day. Although I will get notifications if anybody's got a cast spell against us. And, of course, there's Thrace, which is the weakest of the Diadochi nations, but don't underestimate them, because they got a sizable population compared to ours. But we're here to expand to this area just to grab a city. They're building a fort currently, so it would be best to get it, and get it now. It's their capital. Hold on. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Now. Whew. So, the remnants of Colchis conquered, divided by Iberia, and Armenia getting the biggest prize. And in the future they will be building their navy. This is considered a lake here, not a sea. Now we fear the Seleucids. Although you can have a look at the ledger here. Yeah, these number of cohorts. Is Pontus listed anywhere? Ah, yes, here it is. We have 18 cohorts. Guess that's you do that when the army is raised. Like whenever the army, whenever the nation, easy for me to say, is at war, then you will know the number. Like Carthage, Morea, and Armenia, for example. Whereas 35 for the Seleucids. Even though they're not at war right now. No, I believe that's a standing army. And Macedon's got one too, because, again, standing army. And Bosporan is comparatively slightly weaker than us, which is good, if we ever feel like expanding up to there, which no doubt it's wealthy land, but we'll be dealing with the Scythians in the future, and whoever, you know, gets an eye on it. Well, so basically, when our time will come, when we are finished expanding these territories, then we will assemble a navy and get a fleet together, and we could use that to transport upwards and conquer these lands too. So that way we need a new place to, you know, get away in case, you know, our old homeland, our old Cappadocian homeland were to fall against these ambitious Imperials. I say that word because they're an empire. Even though only Armenia is our great protector. The protector of Pontus and Cappadocia. Ready? Because, you know, it's going to take up some of that manpower penalty because of what we're here for. We don't need Armenia's help, as they have a truce and low manpower. They've been through enough. Race to the capital. Forgot the force march again. Too late. Already made up our mind. There goes our cavalry. Pretty bastard. Stick together. Fortress is nowhere near being done. I've got the right tactic even though I hardly ever changed it. Duel of the Chiefs. There existed a discord between our two clan chiefs, Croesus and Estiensis, for a long time now. It is unclear what might have got things worse, but the two had decided they can accept each other no longer. Certainly a duel to the death would fix the issue. But at the cost of potentially our both clan chiefs. A duel of honor would be safer. They would continue to dislike each other even after the duel. I like cross the cell. We'll just say, hey, one for honor should be enough. Duels like these usually end conspiracies, but occasionally leads to bloodshed. But both of them like it if they were to do that. Let's see, 45, 34. How do you know the odds? But Croesus will still be with us, so I'll just say one for honor should be enough. Honorable. The duel finally settled with Croesus as the uncontested winner of the duel for a moment. Looks like he's about to take the kill, even though it's a duel for honor, but he turns around and leaves the dueling grounds. Hopefully the duel will settle the feud between the two clan chiefs, and we can all move on past it. The continued dispute would just be disrupting all of the Pontus after all. Dramatic, but necessary. You see, we need good fighting men like you. Almost 3 months. Very good. Go get it. Another city, another province. Wait for the end of the month to register. Hasseldomus simply cannot help himself. Lavish parties, feasts, banquets are held regularly for the entire capital at his own expense. Hurrah for Hasseldomus. He's become generous. He is kindly, but he is deceitful, but however he is also generous. Yeah, all that corruption. Bad man. Still. Yeah, the Armenians are building a fleet. It only took minimum losses. Now it's 33 each month. Guess I'm not opposed to building a fortress here, but there is a fortress there, but I don't know what the circumstances will be like. But again, he will be the next tribal chief whenever Hasseldomus is gone, but he's got a lot of years ahead of him. Too bad we can't know how much of their manpower reserves are there anymore. You just only have to do it by guess. White piece. Did not take anything. So I would say these guys are next. Because they're not allied with anybody. 2 fortresses, so you have to knock this down. And then you will get all of this. The insanity of the tribal chief. Ordinarily a man of sound mind and stipulated business acumen has been acting unusually. His personal advisor reports that the tribal chief started slavering at the mouth, uttering inane nonsense, even proposing marriage to each and every member of his client council in the space of an hour. I think he may have finally been cracked. Summon the wisest minds in the land. Don't make me be a lunatic. I'm too young to be a loony. I guess the training camp buildings and the city populations paid off. Only 54 territories out of, let me see, 1, 2, 7. So, I just gotta memorize the number. 1, 2, 2. It seems that Artigas has gotten his hands on a lot of wealth as he started investing a great deal of silver into building a reputation for himself lately. It is unclear exactly where he found these riches. His efforts surprisingly effective. With his increased popularity, he started vying for a more powerful position in Pontus, shamelessly comparing himself to our tribal chief. He'll quiet down, hopefully. Oh. Oh. Dodge it to straighten him out. The man was our wise one. How's your health, wise guy? Not good, but I'll put you there anyway. You know you're Macedonian Hellenic. Wait a minute, you're one of the Silver Shields. Yeah, I remember you. Remember that name, but put him in anyway. Gotta get them to stay long. As I become more and more corrupt. Now our max manpower will be 4,000, thanks to grabbing another city. Got nothing. Armenia is willing to join us in future conflicts. Thank you. Good to know. Unless you're busy yourself. There you know. What I would do without Armenia. And remember our future plan. Just expand all of this, and then we'll eventually go up north, so we could get a an area what we consider as second home in case our old homeland were to fall. How to have you flogged for this? That's where we are at this point. And if you were to choose another, could either increase it a bit, even though commerce is good. But this would be much better. Not only for slightly more increased centralization, but also a monthly rule popularity gain. But the real question is the province loyalties that you gotta pay attention to. All because of our corrupt governor. How corrupt are you? About as corrupt as I am. And remember, once you reach up to 80, you can choose your first or second insult. A few months have passed since he came to tidy some gold, and the first time we heard about his insults to our rulership of us. Now, during a large gathering at one of his villas just outside of Bithynia, he apparently compared himself to the tribal chief, to an incapable farm animal. He compared me to an incapable farm animal, and he called the city a ruined husk of a capital. I had to put you in the dungeon for this. You do not insult the state. Failed to realize he was a governor as well. How about you? Not corrupt, young man, minor character, Cappadocia. Building up quite a fleet there. Remember, because you're a regional power, you start off with 4 families. If you were smaller, you typically start off with 3. Because it's the first time that I've actually started a playthrough where you start off as a regional power. Doesn't involve any of these, fortunately. For future reference. Do you have a claim? Do have a claim. No. Remember the mission. Just only preparing for the inevitable. Barbarians? Where's that map? I would say something about barbarians. Oh, I forgot about the levies map mode. But that's only applied to here. Oh, I get it. Click on it and you'll see the highlights of the levies that the lands provide. Oh, I see. Can't see it on other people's. Also, here's the Atlas map mode, which is what it looks like compared to ours. I actually raised them by accident. Get down from there. Not going to war anytime soon. You've become arrogant recently. Tell you what, let's be friends. Oh, never mind then, but... Well, befriend him anyways, because he's become arrogant. Yeah, I got enough money. Here you go. That's personal wealth. And don't forget that the tyranny is also what caused it to go down. I ain't got enough money, but do spend it anyway. Oh, I could do this. Exalt him for a period of time. Levies are raised. What are they doing? Nothing. They're just up for whatever reason. Well, Croesus, with that amount of money I gave you, you are richer than Croesus. Just have more raised. Yeah, the map mode I was looking for is, you know, that old barbarian map mode, but I'll have that changed. The opinion's whatever to me, so get rid of that. Barbarian power, that's what I was looking for. Put it here. Just appointed you there. The hell? The commoners are not our problem. He's just appointed there. Areas to watch out for. Fortunately, the lands here, do you find no barbarians here? Just looking at population numbers. Stability up. Yeah, we're in the majority. But there's not enough Zoroastrians here. I mean, it's slowly growing, but compared to this, you can actually look up more info. At least that's here locally. And a conversion to that is slow. Unless you build a temple, which we don't have any. Not do anything? Okay, good. Because we're going to need you very soon. Revolt. Maybe that's why they were raised. It's just a come out of a revolt, which we would have taken advantage of that right now and just go in, take their city, and get the rest. No, quite honestly, we'll do that in the next episode, because we're almost up to 3,000 manpower. And manpower keeps on increasing thanks to the population growth and to some degree migration, because we are acquiring more and more cities. And over there it's getting more populous. I mean, here it's the most populous, this is our capital. But more population means more manpower and more riches. That's what that represents. So we will stop right here on August of 465. Or to be exact, 289, excuse me. So remember your mission. Acquire this territory, which will fight them first because they have no allies. Don't need Armenia for it. But this, for all this, we need Armenia. And don't forget, each time you do that, the aggressive expansion will keep coming up. And subsequently, we will have our first military tradition, which will likely be the old Persian traditions, not Persian rule. Because I want to start off with this, because when it's active, we get hills combat bonus, because most of our homeland is hills. And who knows? As I'm looking at all this. You know, we don't have heavy infantry yet, but so. Or go for the more Persian rule traditions, which is more of a Scythian thing. Yeah, definitely not that. That's all cavalry intensive, which we do not have because we're tribal. I think you're better off with just Persian traditions. And if you were to start from there and work your way down and go for more of an Indian influence, which is way, way beyond my thinking. Or you could go for, you know, stuff like these far in the future. Well, honestly, I think Persian-Indian influence may not sound like a bad idea at all. I'm looking. Is there another one that branches off? Persia Levantine is another. But of course, you got to integrate a certain culture if you wanted that. So, this one will be the most likely to start off with. Which again, it's all hills. It's our main terrain of the homeland. And all of this is hills beyond there. No mountains, just hills. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you'll join us for the next episode of Pontus. So far, so good. I mean, sure, the progress of socialization has been a bit slow, but perhaps after this, perhaps during the next episode we may have to pass another law to go for absolute authority. Don't do any of those. This is backward. Once it gets up to 30, we could pass another of this just to have even more progression. And then once you get up to 50, that was rather interesting. And then after this, what you need to get up to 80. So perhaps the dream of a Zoroastrian Republic of Pontus is still a faraway dream, but it's doable. It's just our next move very soon will be against them. Oh, really? They are taking advantage of this situation by grabbing all this land. Which I'm surprised these defense leagues did not join. Or did the rebels win? And I don't know. I don't know what occurred. But if you were to declare now, you'll be fighting all these entities, including Paphlagonia. Which, do you think it would be a good idea to include this bit of Phrygia, and we send a governor over there and get levies from Phrygia? Even though that would put us to the border with the Seleucids and the Thrace. While we will get all of this, which will be very beneficial, no doubt. But they have nothing against us. It's just their aggressive expansion is extremely high. And I'm sure one day, Egypt and Seleucids will come to blows for whatever reason. But I can't guarantee everything that's going to occur. Unless the Morians decide to, go fight against the Seleucids for whatever reason. They do have a cast spell against them. If it was for anything, it would probably be for Aria. Took a drink now. Iberia has taken Albania. Almost all of it. Now that one's a possible threat to just. But if you were to tell me the biggest threat right now, it's just grabbing these, and then after that, then we'll start worrying about the Seleucid Empire. They have it against Paphlagonia, right? Actually, it would be easier to read it from here. Has cast spells on? Yes. Has cast spell on. Macedonia and Cappadocia has cast spell on them, but no, they're not threatening Paphlagonia and Seleucids. So yeah, I think it's possible to grab this huge land, even though that would be too big of an aggressive expansion, and that's going to add a lot more penalties to instability. And after that, then we'll turn north to the Bosporan Kingdom and conquer them too. Especially Armenia has access to the sea now, and they'll assist us by sending fleets over and send their army this way, and we can easily defeat them. Even though we ought to clear these guys out first, should we ever get into hostilities. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you tune into the third episode, which will be back in action again for this area, which will not only improve our size of the maximum manpower, our economy, we get our first Persian military tradition, as well as improving our centralization efforts, and so that we will have a tribal reform, and one day this will become a republic. It'll be a miracle if we manage to survive and make Pontus a republic, or Zoroastrian state religion, as well as subsequently going north to the Bosporan kingdom, just like the historical kingdom of Pontus. But who knows? We'll hope to see you next time. But until then, so long for now.